Alrighty, doing it. Some game development here. Close a few things. Do a few things. Alright. And switch. Alrighty. So, yesterday when we finished and I did some work a little bit while I was eating here of personal pizzas. This is kind of what we had, right? That's what we worked on a little bit yesterday. I have not gone through and changed anything here. Like, magic system's there, quest system is not changed, but what we do have, I mean, we don't have an island system yet. That's coming down the line. We have a mana node, right? We've kind of been working on that, which is kind of going to be the basis for what we will use, right? One thing I want to change here is this one, right? Actually, no. No. Okay. Alright. I'm going to bring that like that. And we're going to separate it out. So this is what we're going to roll with, right? An island will always have a mana node. Hold on. Large islands will have a mana node. Because otherwise we get like a lot of little small ones, and I don't want them to be part of a network, right? And this is going to get altered a little bit because I do have a few ideas here as to what I want to go and do. So, we do need to come here. We do need to come and copy all of this out of the inventory system. I know that sounds wrong, but there's a reason for it. On mana change, I am not doing anything. So, this is where we're going to have some fun. Because we are going to have, and I believe, what is it? I'm looking at something here. that is what I'm looking for. Mm, uh, that's what I was thinking. Okay, yeah. I don't use events too often, so I have to look at the documentation here. Okay. So the node manager needs a list of nodes. Hold on, I gotta write this shite down or I ain't gonna remember jack. Speaking of which, I do need to flip to the next page because what that is old information. It no longer matters. So manager. And MetaNode for my handwritten notes. So I need a yeah, that's what I was thinking here. For my notes, and I think that would work. So I keep my event documentation here appropriately where I want it. So we need a public event, or sorry, it needs to be static event. And it will be on server request change, right? Missing reference. We'll make sure it's in there. One of the things that I do need to do this is it's going to be a private void node change request. For the time being, I'm not going to pass anything in outside of a string. And then we're just going to call it node name, right? So what we'll do here, we're going to take this, we're going to paste it, invoke node name. That's all we're going to do. All right? But what we are going to do is what we're going to do in the mana node, right? We are going to do one thing, because in Unity, right, we're going to have the node manager. We're going to have a bunch of nodes, right? They will be preset up to the map. So we'll be fine with that. But what we do need to do is the mana nodes, because this is only going to have a list, it's going to have a reference to them. These will not know. So what we need to do we're going to do a serialized field of private mana node manager. Right? So what we'll do I think we want to do this on a server. We're going to do a public static, right? Do we really need to do a static? No, I don't think we need to do a static. Void add manager, boom. And what we're going to do we're going to set that, right? So on here, for each of these, we're going to do a for each and we're going to do node dot public static private static. Oh, hold up. Mana node relations. We're not wanting that. yes we do. We want that, right? Because we'll have its mana node dot node relations dot node dot add it is public. Add manager. Okay, yeah, we can't be doing that. So I don't need this to be static for reasons. Serialized field. I've got that twice for whatever reason. Okay. And actually this one, we're just going to call it mana node manager. Cat. Boom. So that will make it a little bit easier. I commented this out. I am not putting anything in there right now. So if I come here, we're invoking a change, but we're not fully right here, because if we look at the mana node, what we got to do is we got to look at we need to take a look and see about that, right? We also need, this is also how we're going to set up changing the state. It's going to be an event controlled by the system, right? So in other words, this sync list, right? We're also going to have a public list of mana node info. Get mana inventory. And it's going to be collection, because we're going to get the active current collection of it. And this is going to be every so often. So here we actually need I'm going to do some serialized private fields. Private We're not going to do a list. We're going to do a float. We don't want to do a timer. What we need to do is we need to do a... I mean, I could do a timer. It's internal to the mana node manager, so it could technically be fine, but that's not doing that. So what we will need to do, though, is we will need to do a tick time max. Nope. We'll do a float of current tick time. So what we're going to do is we're also going to do a public static event. We're not going to be doing that. What we need to do is we need to do a string and mana type so what we're going to do is just this. On mana type change request. So we're also going to have a thing here, and this is going to get marked by server. This will also get marked by server of private void, boom, and exactly what we're going to do. And we're going to be passing in a node name and the new mana type. No, hold up, wait, what do we actually call this? Mana node state. Crap. So I need to come here and I need to change this and new mana. New mana node state. We're going to copy you, paste you. We're good there. So this will allow us to go, hey, this is the node name that we're looking for. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No. Okay. Start panicking there. So what we're going to do here, this one is going to say, hey, this is your new mana type, and that's what we're passing in. All right. Actually, let's do a serialized field of a private timer. We're going to do that and tick timer. Alright. So on server start, we're going to do tick timer equals a new timer. Let's do this. What do you actually take in? Um, so what do we have? We have a auto reset. We have enabled. So there's our interval. Don't care about you. Don't care about you. Close, start, stop. And we do have an elapsed. Awesome. So that's what we're going. We might just use that. Because when the server starts, we can do this on its own. Okay. So this may not be needed, but what we'll do is auto nope. We need to do true. What we need to do is we need the interval. Then we need to do the tick timer dot elapsed. We need to do this on tick timer elapsed. We'll go create a local function. Why did you create that there? That is not what's needed. Private, we're doing nothing there. And then, but we do need to do tick timer started. That should handle 99% of the things that we are going to be doing. So, timer started. We're throwing it not implemented yet. But we're going to do this as a log tick timer ticked. For those of you who don't know, I come from the world of ladder logics. So you'll have your rungs, right? And there are 3 different things, right? I can't do it. You have a ton, a toff, and then retentive tor. I think it's tor. Can't remember the exact instruction name, right? But basically, your ton was a timer on delay, timer off, and then a retentive. So um, they worked in opposites. Okay. So you'd come here, you go like this, right? And here you'd have your, I'm going to use taunt, right? You'd have a bunch of little bits here, right? And you had like, I think it had a bunch coming off, but you had one line, and you go here, right? This is how you would start it. So this would be, PB1, right? Push button 1, right? Well, then you'd come down here and you would create this. And you go, boop. So, and then we'll do PB2. And then what you do is the name of this ton, we do ton dot, actually, hold on. I'm going to do this. So this is actually going to be your ton dot tick, or ticked. And then I'm going to go down here and we do ton dot enabled, right? Though that's maybe not the exact bits. There's quite a few different bits, but basically what you're saying is, hey, I push button 1. So in this case, we'll use Q, right? It starts, it's running. This turns on. The logic is, right now, let's say no buttons are pressed, right? We're not pushing Q. It comes here, goes, oh, this isn't true. And then it goes, or is this true? And it checks and goes, this isn't true. And then it decides, okay, we're going to go here. Oh, look, because neither of these are true, we can't go over here and do this. But the second I hit Q, right, I'm holding Q, it goes, okay, this is true, boom, you're started. This goes green, right? So I only need to press it for a second. Once it evaluates this wrong while it's true once, this is good. It stays golden until you either turn it off. So you could take, hey, here's ton ticked, or ticked. You go, we're done. Right? We can break it. Or we can go and say, hey, you know what? If you press the E key as an alternative, you can shut this off. Right? So what you would do is you would break this, right? So while this is enabled, actually no, I did that wrong. You did it wrong. Actually no, yeah, I did that right. I did that right, because while it's enabled, you want it to run, and once it's finished, it's still technically enabled, even though it's hit its quota. So with the tick, it shuts itself off, right? So then I can come down here and go, I need bigger than that, I need bigger. So we can go here and we can go, we'll say this is the enabled, right? And we can come here and we can go boop, 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 right? And I'll do this. Enabled, and while it's enabled, let's say we're doing character dot harvest, right? So this would be the action that we're doing. Once this is no longer enabled, this goes off. So kind of applying the same old logic here, right? From what I'm used to do and trying to get back into is we've ticked. So I did elapse to kind of match with this, but I personally prefer ticked because of my background. So once the server starts, this can be going, right? We don't care about clients, we only care about this. So this can get done here. No, is server. I can't really do that. I could put a bool here that says, are we the server? And on server start, we'd be fine to set it to true, but we'd always have it start as false once the server started, and I can check that here. I like that. So, serialized field, this is going to be a private bool is server, right? Like I said, we will set this to false. The server we'll do is server true. On timer ticked, we'll do if is server, hold up, if it's not, and we're going to do a return, right? Yeah, because otherwise we don't want it to do anything. So what we'll do is here we're adding the manager there. What we need to do is we need to come here. What we need to do is we're going to do region. We're going to name it nope. No, we're not. So what we'll do though is we will get mana node manager dot on, what did I call it? On server return request. And mana node manager dot on I'm going to do this. So because neither of these are made, what we're going to do is we're going to make them. Nope. Hold up. No, these are appropriate. Why are you telling make an event non-static? event can only appear on the left side of a... Oh, hold up. That's right. I'm being dumb. I'm being dumb. Get used to it, guys. I'm dumb. Okay. On... Oh. On server... Why does it keep doing that? I don't want you. Create method. And we're actually going to copy you. We're going to paste you here. And create method. Okay. So, what we're going to do is it's taking in strings. Okay. String. Node name. We're going to do this. Boom. New node state. What's going to happen? Server. Server. Because only on the server are we doing this. So what we're going to do is, well, I'm not going to do anything with the mana node inventory just yet. So what we're going to do is mana node dot value equals new node state, and but hold on, I'm only doing this if the node name, not node sphere name, node name. I'm an idiot. Why am I making this? No, it just needs to be this. Why am I doing a whole thing? Like, literally, it's going to be said, it's going to be a prefab. I don't know why. Why I did that, but okay. So, node name. This. And we're going to do this. So if node name does not equal node name, we're going to return. Right? Otherwise, we can continue on like nothing. So what we're going to do, so we're going to change that, which is fine here. So what we're going to come here and do is node state, we're good. Right, it's going to call on the server. It's going to come down here to on state change. Node state dot value equals next. That should handle all of that. So we come here. We're going to do a debug dot log. Man type changed. Debug dot log mana request handled. But what we're going to do here is we're actually going to boom, boom, because I'm only going to be starting with one to start with. Mismatch. Boom. Boom. So what's going to happen is those are going to kick out and we'll be fine. Following the guard mentality here. We're good here. Time ticked. Let us alright, so mana node must be read only or day. Mana node, so this one. Node state. Read only. Actually, that should fix it. I need mana node manager. So we have it going, and I gotta have this on the other screen here to look at to make sure I'm looking at the right one. Is max time. So we'll do We'll do 60. I'm going to ignore you. I am going to save you. Going to delete you guys. I'm going to turn you off. Actually, no. No, I'm not. Because here's the beauty of it. Mana node state, mana, blah, blah, blah. Boom. And guess what? Okay, boom. We got a node. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to change this job. Bright green. Alright, boom. Really making it up there for you. Right? do that. I ain't gonna worry about the mode of that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna call this green. All right. I just realized on timer tick. So what we'll do is, because we'll be doing on thing, we're going to do a node change request, and we're going to put the name of green. We are not changing its state. Yeah, I don't give a shit what you're saying right there. Okay. So 60, I don't care about the network object. I only care about this part. So we got one node. That's all we've got. Okay, hold on. I don't want grid snapping. Grid snapping's stupid. Hmm? Why did you just disable? Right? Watch. Right? It's here. I start. And immediately disables. Same for node manager. Why did you guys disable? Okay. I am. Do I need to add in a scene observer condition? Maybe I do. Network observer. Scene condition. Network observer. Hold on. Oh, no. We're changing you to scene condition. What's making them do this? Initialize early. What? Not set to an instance of an object. Okay. This is what it brings me to. Network behavior. So object reference not set to an instance of an object. I'm confused. Synchronize base, initialize early. Object reference is not set to an instance of an object. What the fuck are you talking about? Is spawnable, is network. Okay. I am going to turn you off. Mana Node Manager will turn you off. Again. That's there. I start. Mana Node Manager. Network man. What the fuck? Okay, I am. Discordia Fishnet Help. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Let's take a. I want to start here. Things done here. Network Manager. Cat. So let's come here. I want to take a look. Enter shrine load, run in background. Prefabs. Maybe I need to do fishnet. Fishnet. Utility. CLS network. Run. Yeah, why? What? No, yeah, it's saying they can't do the. What the fricker? Okay, so. Oh. Okay, so on server start. Okay. And there is a sync timer. Okay. I'm trying to find. Anything that has to do with network game objects. Here we go. Network behavior. When inheriting from a network behavior, blah 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 blah, indicating that the script will initialize in some way. Once a network behavior script is added, component automatically network object component is automatically attached. Okay, on ownership server. This is received when the server is giving ownership to a client. No. On spawn server, this callback occurs after a spawn message for this object has been sent out to the client. Example, if this object will be visible to 5 clients, then the callback will occur 5 times where the connection parameter will be for each client. No. Okay, on no, start network. If you wish to check for the ownership inside this method, do not use base as owner, use the code below. Okay. Since you'll need to initialize for both server and both server and client. You can save some code and time by using the on-start network instead of on-start for client and server. On certain network will call only once, even if you're a host or client host. Okay. So if you wish to check for ownership instead, okay, no. But you can save, initialize. Huh. I don't know. I'm freaking not too sure about this. Object to reference not to an instance of an object. Well, what object is not? But it says it's only on the mana node, though. That's changed for children. Script is global. Oh. Yeah, it's there. So why is it saying that it's... Stop going saying initializes the sync base before user awake call. Well, what the fuck? And right now it's only why are you disabling yourself? On is server true for each and at no point on start client. Oh. So the server hasn't even started yet and it's already thrown errors. Okay. So if I enable you and I enable you, because I got a feeling I'm doing the same damn thing, No. Probably because this is disabling itself. So let's do a start. Boom. No. Okay. Object reference not to. It's doing this for the player, even. Player pref copy. Player not object not insane. The fuck? Let's go to the node manager. Okay. So I am commenting something out here. Do not disable yourself. Please. I'm begging you. No. It disabled itself. Why are you... I am very, very concerned. Okay. Well, let's come here. So this should actually be... Come on. Again. My shit is disabling itself. There is nothing that should be disabling it. You did not. You definitely did not turn green. So it handled the request. One thing I'm going to do. I'm going to do a node sphere dot God, what is it? Of course, done something, therefore it needs to mesh renderer. Oh, that's right. I gotta get component. Actually, I'm doing this. I never cooked over there. You stupid thing. Alright, let's take a look here then. Because I'm trying to figure this out. I'm looking at documents on the other screen. I apologize. I'm not seeing anything. Okay. So here's what I changed, right? I count this out on an on-start server. And on the server change request, when I do this, right, I'm going to tell it to change. So I can change this between different sections here. I need to figure out what's making these disable. Like all of these are okay. So whoever's causing issues, We'll watch that one more time here, right? We're going to put this into the right spot, right? So Mana Node Manager and Mana Node are both disabled. Start server. Mana Node Manager. Network Manager. That's a late initialization. Of what? Of what? Start client. Player and play. What the frick is going on here? Oh, I can make noise because I am not in those servers anymore. Okay. I was trying to figure out why the hell I had that's gone. So it's ticked, but we don't have this enabled. So let's go and make sure we're good here. Mana node, mana state. Let's look at mana node manager. It has it, right? Yes. Don't care about you. Actually, I don't even want you. I want my node manager. That's what I want on the screen. Ticked. But we got the tick on the node manager. Okay. Alright, well, one thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into this BRB. You're saved. We are relaunching you. Man, I really want this freaking samurai pack. Oh, so many crap that's in there. Could be kind of cool. Hmm. Got. Nope. Still run to the issue. Can tell you right now, if that's the issue, I'm absolutely going to be ticked. No, it goes right back to it. One usage, I want to see it. Sync phase, I don't fucking get it. So, sync base. Okay. Our sync list. since it didn't do anything there, guess what we're gonna go and do? Oh, Yeah. So I might need to think a little bit more on a system here because and figure out what's causing that. Because without figuring out what's causing that, it might be I needed to make these nodes not be preset, but actually spawn them in. I don't know. I don't care about you, Odin. Okay, one thing I'll do here. Let's do this. We're going to do a prefab mana node. Fucking don't even care. So you know what? Mana node inventory I can cancel. You can cancel. Mana node, boom, we're good there. So I guess here's what we gotta do. Serialized field, we're going to have a private dictionary of, guess what? Mana node. And actually, this, because we'll have a transform. Each, obviously, transform will have a mana node, but I can have the same mana node because it's a prefab. I have to have the same. So, because I'll have different prefabs for different things, but that doesn't mean I won't have, say, two that produce the same. Are the exact same? So let's not do that. Let's do mana node dot mana nodes to spawn on server start. Before we start doing all of this, we'll need to go through and do all that. Let's do for each. But you are wrong. Boom. Nope. Boom. Nude. Bar. we're going to loop through those. Var node. Okay, so what we're going to do is node dot oh. Okay, we find my search here. Ah, that might help. So we'll do take that off. So what I'll do is spawn point prefab, right? We'll go spawn point and a prefab. So what we need to do, spawn point, no, not set parent. Shit. Spawn, nope. I really spawn things in again. Let's go here. So making that recalculate for us. Server and client. No. I want spawning. Signation, loading, visibility, transfer, prediction, trigger. Getting started. Done with test. Oh. Okay, so what we have to do here is we need to do an instantiate. So network object g equals instantiate. This is where we're going to put the prefab, which will be prefab. Wow. Okay. Okay, so cannot resolve method. Network object. Network connection. I don't have one though. What do I have on? Oh shit. Had to click. Edit script. So instantiate prefab spot. Okay. So instantiate. I need the transform position and quaternion identity. Okay. I'll take you away. And we'll do spawn point dot position and put in its rotation. So we'll come here. You are empty. We will of freaking course it does. Okay. Fine. We will do it this way. We'll do a public structure. So this is just going to be mana node, which will be called the prefab. And then we're going to do a public transform of spawn point. And guess what? Just for shits and giggles, system dot serializable. And guess what we're going to do now? Show an inspector remove. We're going to do a list. And mana node spawn info. Info dot prefab info dot spawn point and info dot boom. Now yell at me some more, Unity. Yell at me some more, please. I enjoy it. Full sarcasm. Magnets to spawn. Prefab. Create empty. And spawn point. Alright, so meta node manager and meta node spawn point. Alright, so spawn point didn't disable. Why are you self... No, I don't get it. I really do not get it. So, let's go to meta node. Let's do enable. Well, that's not my problem. Come on. Let's see. Well, that does its thing. I don't freaking know what the hell's going on.